man, did Ben Affleck find his calling. And not in front of the camera. I mean, this was, for any of you who thought, I wish Ben Affleck would just go away and die under a rock, you were wrong. Because you need to go behind the camera, shut the hell up, and direct a good fucking movie.
Well, all I know is he had J-Lo and I didn't. So he was already ahead of the game for me. But y'all can't talk about your boy no more because I think he came through. I always said that boy got talent.
I never disliked Ben Affleck. I just saying, I never disliked Ben Affleck. I mean, yeah, he made some bad movies, but I
always said that boy's good. That's what I said. That's my last words to y'all.
And he does do a hell of a job in this, and he had a tough job directing this film because, I'm sorry, Casey Affleck still is a mediocre Keanu Reeves level actor, and Ben competently directs all the way around.
Let me ask you this. Let me just get this out right now. What's going on with you and Casey Affleck? What is the deal?
I don't think he can act.
Does he owe you money?
No. If he owed me money, I'd want him to make lots of money. I'd be like, man, that guy is great.
Did he fuck your girlfriend in high school? I mean, what did he do?
No, that was you, Carlisle.
Yeah, dude, who didn't fuck his girlfriend in high school?
You, A2, Leon?
Sorry, man. She begged me, and I just couldn't stop saying
I like to say I had her first before you had her. So
I know
this is childish. Casey Affleck was good in this movie, man.
He was damn good.
He was passable. I'm sorry. Watch it again with it in mind. With this in mind, watch it again, and watch how the camera dodges around his facial expression.
You can't let go of that Jesse James shit, can you?
You know what? I gotta say,
I've never seen him be good in anything.
I thought he was brilliant in Assassination of Jesse James, but in this movie, even though I liked him, I'm sort of on Cyrus's camp where I thought he was passable. He did a decent job.
No, he's talking about you don't like him.
No, I think he did a passable, workman-like job.
Okay,
I think he's not an actor to go, that guy's great, by any stretch of the imagination.
No. You said he
He
sucked.
shouldn't be more than a supporting actor.
You said he was terrible. I heard
You
this.
invoked Keanu Reeves.
I did, and I don't think Keanu is the worst actor ever. I think those guys are in Ed Wood films. This guy can do a workman-like job.
I don't want to talk to you anymore.
He can read the script unless he has to cry or scream or be emotional.
I don't want to hear you anymore. Carlisle, please. I want to hear what you have to say.
Dude, I dug this movie. See, and here's the thing is I was a guy who 6-7 years ago, I made so much fun of Casey Affleck it wasn't even funny. I got so much juice out of making fun of him that it's not even funny. And here I am eating another big bowl of crow because I dug him. I thought he was good. Now I see what they're talking about because he does kind of fall back on being, he did exactly what Ben Affleck did 10 years ago when he did Good Will Hunting, where he fell back on, hey, I'm making a movie about being in Boston. I can be from Boston again. Yeah. And I don't really have to act. I can kind of be myself. But it's very naturalistic and it works. And
well, let me go ahead and, I forgot. Let me tell you what the movie's about.
The movie's Gone, Baby, Gone.
It's Gone, Baby, Gone. That's exactly what happens. There is a missing girl in Boston, and the whole neighborhood, they gather together to find out where this girl is and see if they can get her back alive. And when the family feels like they're not getting enough support from the police or they're not doing their job fast enough, they hire a private detective, or not a private, but a private, what would he be? Private investigator.
Private
who's,
dick.
Yeah, played by Casey Affleck and his girlfriend.
Casey Affleck?
I didn't say Affleck. I'm not that duck, see? No, but
Ben Affleck.
And his girlfriend.
Michelle
see what you did? His girlfriend. And his girlfriend played by who?
Michelle Monaghan, who I loved in almost everything she's been in.
I know, man.
She was in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, where she was so great. She's terrific.
Oh, yeah, she was great in the movie. She was great in the movie. You might not like Casey Affleck, but I thought she did a very good job. The thing is, though,
is that both of them play it very close to the bone. Mm-hmm. They really do. And that's Ben Affleck's decision as the director. They're both very, except for the very end when Michelle Monaghan really gets to let go for a minute, they're kind of the more stable characters of the piece. And everyone else is just histrionic all over the place.
This is some white trash in this movie. What'd you say?
As long as Jerry Springer mixed with a cop film.
See, that's the thing. I thought with the title Gone, Baby, Gone, that would be describing me if somebody dropped me off in Boston.
Oh, yeah.
Because these people, they are the true scum of the earth. And I know we might have some members who've come out of Boston. You have my sympathies. Because these are like the true white counterparts to the most ghetto of people.
See, here's the thing, is what you need to understand is rednecks don't just live in the wilderness.
Clearly.
We put them in the middle of cities, and Boston has its redneck. They won't call them rednecks because they're not from the South, but these are some white trash people. But that's what's so great about this is because unlike most movies that tackle this kind of subject matter, rather than taking really pretty Hollywood types and making them, kind of dressing them down and say, don't shower tomorrow, we've got a scene. they take some ugly people, and you feel like you're smack dab in the middle of ugly Boston.
Yeah, it's like you thought it would just stop at bad facial hair, but no, we got like Quasimodo in a jumpsuit. You know what I mean? It's
You have a
bad.
situation where a mother's child is missing, and if everyone believes I'm sorry. You have a situation where a mother's child is missing, probably taken by a child molester, and you almost feel like, well, maybe that's for the best.
When Casey Affleck is the best looking thing on the screen
And they
for minutes at a
comment
time,
on it. They're
when
like-
he's the pretty boy, you got issues.
They're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
man, you're so handsome. What are you doing here?
But you
And
know
I'm going,
something?
really?
What's that?
They keep saying, you're so handsome. What are you doing here? Get out of here, pretty boy.
And I know it- and
Who
he-
the hell is this?
And he's sitting up there breathing through his mouth and shit, But I have to say though, man, white trash people make some great dialogue.
Oh boy, was it some good dialogue! I mean, some really hard-boiled, tough, cussing every other word dialogue.
That first 30 minutes,
Sparkling.
from that moment, the movie had me hooked. They could have went downhill from there, and I would have loved it for that first 30
I mean,
minutes.
as dark as it is, overwhelmingly dark, the whole atmosphere and what's happening, you're laughing out loud at these people because you can't help it. They're hysterical. You wouldn't want to be anywhere near them in real life.
No.
But damn, are they funny?
I mean, they just traded a brownstone in for a trailer, or vice versa. Because these people are filthy. They got filthy mouths. They got filthy bodies. Their houses are just in shambles. Roaches everywhere. I mean, it's just nasty.
This is why us white folk came to Texas. we were like, dude, we got to get out of Boston. New York, forget that.
I'm sorry. Say it again.
Dude, we got to get out of Boston. Let's go to New York. Oh, dude, we're out of here too. Let's keep going. And then we ended up in Texas
But yeah, and
by the grace of
Keep in
God.
mind, this is like, this is just a niche. This is just an area. But Austin's got areas this bad.
Not
we
this bad.
just don't. Well, okay, fair enough, but pretty bad. We just don't go there. I mean, honestly. Do you think there's a big city in America that doesn't have a Starbucks at least every 2 blocks, right?
I think
I didn't see one Starbucks in this whole movie.
That's right.
Was it not even one? There wasn't even a freaking McDonald's.
I mean, there's
This
a-
is Irish Boston. They don't know what coffee is.
Unless
we
it's
have.
coffee is something you use to dilute whiskey.
yeah, right.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, goddamn, they got a Starbucks in the ghetto. They ain't got one here in a white neighborhood. I mean, that's when you know it's bad.
It's called Starbucks.
You're gonna break a cappuccino off in your ass, motherfucker.
But speaking of white people, though, it's not all white people in this movie. We got Morgan Freeman, who plays a police captain.
The whitest black man in Boston.
And this time, as Cyrus said, his hair isn't so crazy, so you know he's legitimate. He's gonna have like a crazy lopsided afro this time.
One weird thing though is the movie starts out narrated by Casey Affleck. Here's a note: if you have Morgan Freeman in your movie, he's the narrator. It's just that simple.
Yeah, I don't care. He could make penguins exciting. He could make an $80 million movie just narrating penguins fucking. Wait.
Wait, what? Dude.
The phone book.
No, they should have had Morgan Freeman just come in and just push Casey Affleck out the way. Pardon me, I'll be doing this movie now. It ain't even about you, excuse me.
He did every time he walked in. You forget Casey Affleck's in the room.
But
Get your little ass out the way.
the star of this movie is Ed Harris, though, to me.
He is. Oh, he really, truly is.
My God, what a performance
Yeah.
from this guy here. I mean, he's just, you'll really like him at first, and I don't want to say really a lot, but you get a lot of different levels of feeling for this guy.
No, you go
It's
back
up
and forth on
down,
him in the
and
movie.
he really draws it out of you.
Ed Harris is one of those rare actors who will come on screen, light up the screen every time he's on, and give a performance that's dynamic and subtle at the same time.
Yeah, he might as well just come on screen and just set the set on fire. You know what I mean? That's how great he is. And I don't even know how I forgot that he was in this movie because I didn't.
Because that's exactly what Leon is talking about. That it's one of those things that he comes on and he does a job. And he does everything he needs to do. And when he's there, you are fascinated by him. But he doesn't chew up the scenery to where that's the only thing you can think of.
Best supporting actor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think definitely. I mean, that'd be crazy if he didn't. And
At least get a nomination for it.
It-
'Cause there
at
are some
least-
strong
yeah.
categories this year for that.
Yeah, but no. I mean, so overall, I mean, I'm trying to wonder if there's any flaws in this movie. And
Yeah.
I
There's
mean, I want to hear what they are. What
The one flaw I saw with the movie is it keeps feeling it almost has AI syndrome, but it doesn't. You keep feeling like the movie's over and it's anticlimactic, but then it keeps going on and it gets better and better, but you keep thinking it's over. and there's going to be audience members who are going to get frustrated with that.
Well, sure.
Also, like AI, and I don't think this is a flaw in and of itself with it as a movie, as a work of art, but I think audiences are going to have problems with it because this is a moral think piece, right? It's not constantly action. It is entertaining, but like AI, its real point is to deal with how complicated real life is and ethics and big weighty decisions. And the movie doesn't offer you any answers. It doesn't offer them. All it asks is more questions.
Yeah.
Well, one of my favorite things about this movie is that you get to the end and there is a huge moral question. And at first it seems like, well, this is pretty cut and dried until the argument is laid out. And it's like a real like, wow, I got to make a decision here. And both of them suck.
And I guarantee when you come out the movie with people after you have watched it, you will be going back and forth on what you would have done over and over again. And you're going to keep changing positions too. That's the topic of this movie is just great. So of course, I think it's needless to say we all give it full price, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, full price.
I was going to say some old bullshit, but yeah, full price.
I was about to say you're full of some old bullshit, but no, it's I'm gonna call Ben up right now and congratulate him. Let him know how y'all thought he
You're
sucked.
gonna call up Ben Affleck?
See, I didn't want to say his last name. Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck.